the chat and everything like that. Okay, so let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, so I'm just about to start. I don't know why it's just acting with the it's acting weird. I don't know. Anyway, so when y'all get here and when y'all see this, hopefully it'll be doing what it needs to do because it's not showing me the count. It's not showing me the chat or whatever. But anyway, I want to talk about manifestation. This is going to be manifestation 102 because I already did the first part of manifestation 101. So hopefully y'all seen that. If you didn't, you can always go back and look at that. But the thing about manifestation that I noticed that people get tripped up on and things that people need to know about manifestation is this, right? We have what we call God, source, the most high, whatever, that energy, right? And the thing about source energy, peace, I see somebody in here, El Thadon. So El the Don. Oh, okay. So hey, hey y'all. Oh, it's starting to show up now. It must be moving slow. Okay, so hey, so the thing about source energy, you know, God energy, things like that, is that source energy is, so expansive and so wide, right? That when it comes down to source energy is always looking for a form, right? God is always looking for a form to go into. This energy is so immense, it is always looking for a form to go into. So when it comes to source energy, you have to give it something to go into. It's always looking for a shape, always looking for a form. This is how we have so many people on the earth. God is always looking for a form to go into, right? When this energy expands, it's always looking for a form. So as source energies, this is how pantheons got created, right? So that people could describe source energy so that it would have a form to go into. So when you see all across the world, there's different versions of the same thing, right? It's all because people were looking for a form to give what we know as God, what we know as source energy. This is humans looking for a form to give God, right? Even though it's formless, right? It's everything and anything and nothing at all, right? Because it can be whatever we choose it to be. So as we create and as being people who are, have God living within us, we have to give this energy form. We have to give it some type of space and shape to go into, right? Peace, Carl. So we have to give it some type of shape and form to go into. So when we create, right, and when we're trying to manifest and things like that, we're giving God form, right? We are God body, right? We are God put into form. And what we have to do when we create and when we manifest is give God that same form, give it something to go into, right? So how we do that is by creating, right? So when you start a business, you're giving God form. When you create art, you're giving God form. When you have a child, you are giving God form, right? This is giving that source energy form to go into. So when you direct the energy, this is what people have to know, right? Is people always want things. Peace to my brother Dreamwise. And people have to understand that the reason why a lot of your manifestations may not be coming to fruition is because you're not giving God form. You're not giving this energy somewhere to go into. You're not directing it, right? People will sit on the energy and not do anything with it. And that's why the energy is not taking on any form because you're not telling it what to go into, right? And so people are like, well, I want this and I want that. Well, what have you done to give it form? What have you said, right? One of the biggest things that I'll say, right, that I do as far as my manifestations is even if the energy is for me to sit still, I'm still going to give the energy form, right? How I'm giving it form is okay, spirit. Okay, I know I cannot physically do anything. I'm not being guided to take action. but I'm going to put into my mind, body, and spirit the things that will keep me in alignment with my thoughts, my vibrations, what I want, what I desire, all of those things, right? So when I go to bed at night, I'll put on a subliminal, right? This is giving the energy form. I'm directing my subconscious mind. This is why you don't sleep with the TV on, because your subconscious will pick up on that. Your subconscious never sleeps. This is why we have dreams, because the subconscious is always moving, right? So when I go to bed, I don't sleep with the TV on, but what I will play if my mind is running to give it some direction, right? Your subconscious mind is really God without form, and it's giving you the abstract ideas, thoughts, and patterns that are going on within you. And it's saying, okay, are we back? Sorry, y'all. That phone call had interrupted me. Can y'all see me now? Are we good? Are we back? Please let me know. Anybody, somebody. Okay, we back. Mansoor said we back. Okay. So this is the thing with source energy, right? So this, like I was saying about the subconscious mind and not letting things play in the background while you sleep. Do not have the TV on while you sleep, right? I put on subliminal, like I said, the subconscious mind is God without form. It's a culmination of your experiences without form, abstract ideas, and it's trying to play you a picture and give you messages in that way. One thing I will say when it comes to decoding dreams, a lot of people want to decode their dreams, and I understand that. You don't always have to decode your dreams. And let me tell you why. Because in your waking state, whether you remember them or not, you are going to act on that because the subconscious mind will then begin to play towards the conscious mind. It'll come to fruition in one way or another, it'll take its form in your reality. So you don't always have to decode the dreams unless you remember them, then decode them. If you don't remember it, then don't worry about it. But you will give it form in your waking life, right? Because whatever subconscious will eventually come forward to the conscious mind. So your subconscious is God without form, right? And when we bring it to the conscious mind, what it is that our wants, desires, and things like that, we have to then give it a shape to go into, right? So if my deepest desire was love, I'm either going to manifest that in one of two ways. Either I'm manifesting a relationship and it comes from the subconscious to the conscious to the physical, right? Or I create a child, right? It's so much of that. This is how it works in abstract ways, right? So you don't always have to decode dreams because it will come to fruition in your physical reality. The ones that you remember are messages for you to keep. If you don't remember it, don't worry about it. If you want to practice remembering, that's great too. Because again, maybe you need those messages, but you will act it out and play it out in your physical reality because the subconscious mind is always looking for form. God is always looking for form to go into. Hence why there are people, right? Hence why people are always creating. God is always looking for a form, whether it goes through you or another person, it will find a form to go into because that energy will be made physical. That spiritual energy has to make its way down into the 3D to become physical, right? So, what I do when I'm sleeping to give God form is okay, I don't want it to just be creating haphazardly. I'm a conscious creator, right? People always talk about being conscious. I'm consciously creating my reality. So in order to do that, I have to give my subconscious mind some direction. So it's not running wild with the abstract ideas or any vain imaginings, right? Sometimes we imagine things out of the vain part of our existence, the worst case scenarios, fear, worry. That's a vain imagining. So, in order for my subconscious mind to have form, I'm going to say, okay, I don't want you to just be picking up, all these energies or whatever, because the subconscious mind is searching for form, right? Peace, Bella. So, it's looking for form. So, when I go to bed, I'll put on my subliminal affirmations. I've been listening to audiobooks. Florence Scovel Shinn, the one who created the game of life and how to play it, she has a whole bunch of other books. I'll listen to an audiobook of her playlist, right? A playlist of all her audiobooks when I go to bed because I'm giving my subconscious mind some direction. So when I woke up today, I got up and was like, damn, I got hella energy. I'm about to get up and go do A, B, C, D, E, F, G because I was listening to spirit subconsciously. I gave my spirit direction. This is what we need to do, spirit. We need to be on top of everything. We need discipline, order, and we need A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Abundance, opulence, wealth, good health, whatever. So as soon as I got up, spirit was like, go. I'm like, dang, I don't even remember what my dream was, but I know that spirit is directing me to do something. Why? Because I gave my subconscious mind directions before I went to sleep. So when you're not directing the energy, it has nowhere to go. So then you're not consciously creating, you're just getting whatever you get. And I don't believe in that. I believe in being a conscious creator. So when I got up, I went and did everything I need to do. Things start falling into place out the sky. For those of you who follow my Soitis.Written Instagram page, you know that your girl got her passport. Okay. It wasn't a hard manifestation or anything like that, but procrastination and no discipline took me forever to do that. This is another thing about manifestation. A lot of y'all let people talk fear into your plans. A lot of people let fear, worry, or other people's opinions get in the way of their manifestations. Let me tell you how, right? Because I'm about to get on y'all for a second. So I go to the post office to get my passport. Last minute trip. One of my homegirls wanted to go to Jamaica. I said, "All right, we went to Jamaica." Well, it's last minute, and I don't know if you're gonna get. Don't worry about it. God doesn't need space or time. This is what people have to understand. Spirit doesn't need space or time. Spirit and energy and source energy and God that is in you, in the Christ within you, right? Because a lot of y'all can pretend like you don't need a little bit of that, religious vernacular in order to make the pieces make sense. So I'm gonna give it to you. The Christ within you and the God that is in you, right? Sometimes y'all are not doing what you need to do in that respect, right? So I don't let people talk fear into my plans because spirit doesn't need time or space. Spirit is outside of time and space. God is outside of time and space. So when I am trying to manifest something, I don't look at time. When I need something to happen, whether it be tomorrow or next week, I know that spirit has the ability because the ways in which energy moves, it doesn't need time or space. So if I say, hey, this is what I need, ancestors, way showers, guides, gods and goddesses, this is what we working on, and I need it by this date, I have no doubt in my mind, no matter what people say, what humans say, I'm still going to, I believe in the miraculous and the supernatural, right? Because I've seen it. So I go to the post office and the lady's like, well, you know, oh, you have a trip at the end of the month. I don't know if you're going to be able to get the passport by that time. And I'm like, oh, well, God don't need no time or space. So I know that it'll come in the divine right way with no delay through ease and grace. That's how my manifestations are coming to me. So I'm not going to let this woman talk fear into my plans. And I had to transmute that energy on the spot. And some of y'all are not transmuting on the spot. Sometimes you're letting those energies seep into your mind and take over. And now that's a dominant thought. No, I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to come on time because God don't need no space or time. So I'm going to act on faith and I'm going to get the passport anyway. And I'm going to book my ticket anyway because I'm going to show active faith. Spirit said, we don't need time. It'll be here when you need it to be here. And it came early, right? I told y'all to manifest through your calendar. A lot of y'all don't want to take my tips and tricks, and that's your business, right? So on my calendar, I put passport on the 14th for this month. On the 14th, my trip is not for another 2 weeks, but I put it for the 14th because I need it early and on time and through ease and grace with harm to none. My passport came on the 10th. This woman said, you won't probably get it till April. That's crazy because I got it early. I was like, damn, that was quick. I know that's right because I've been directing the energy. I've been making sure that I'm in alignment with what I asked for. There's no doubt that if I ask, that I can't have what I'm asking for. That's asking it is given to you, right? But people are thinking like, well, how can it I don't, it's not my business how it's going to happen. You said ask and it'll be open. So I asked and I expected for it to be open. I was expecting nothing less. And the thing is, besides just that, right? People have to understand that when you're asking for something, right? You never give up until the end of a demonstration. A lot of people will give up before the end of a demonstration. So, demonstration is manifestation, right? So, when I'm saying that look, this is going to come, it's going to come when it's supposed to, going to come on time, and that's it. And I'm not looking any other way about it, right? I don't give up to the end of a demonstration. Some of y'all will give up before the manifestation has even time to come to fruition. So it'll be like, well, I need this much by, the 15th. It'll be the 14th and y'all will give up. And see, not me, because it could be 11:59. And I'm like, if a man come to my door with a briefcase, I'm taking it as that's what spirit had going. I don't give up. You never end a demonstration in the 11th hour. That's the problem. A lot of people with their manifestations will give up in the midst of it. Well, as soon as you give up, now you got to start over. Now you got to build that energy back up. But I don't give up in the middle of a demonstration. So I'm going to see it all the way through. So it could have been the exact day that it was time for me to go on my trip. I was going to sit here and wait for the postman and then go to the airport with my passport same day if that's how spirit delivered it to me. But I wasn't going to stop believing until the last minute. So never give up to the end of a demonstration. Another thing, y'all let people talk fear into your plans, and also don't share what you manifesting. I tell people all the time, I'm gonna do this, and this, right? And sometimes I've learned now to not share my demonstrations and my manifestations with others, right? Because they won't see it how I see it. Well, God don't work through you how God worked through me, so I can't do what everyone else does. And I can't listen to everyone's advice because your faith is not built upon solid ground. It's not built upon solid ground. You don't have no faith that things are going to. So I can't, I mean, it's not equatable. So I've learned to not share my demonstration. I'll let you see when I'm done. I'm going to let y'all see when I'm done. Don't share. Don't share, because that's what starts to slow down the process of your manifestation. Oh, well, I'm going to do this, and that. Okay, well, just do it. Just do it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to share with nobody else. Sometimes the messages is only for you. So I've learned to stop sharing my demonstrations for people who cannot hold the vision. So when they say two or more are gathered and I share that with someone, I'm going to share it with a person who is expecting the same results as me. I correct my friends and my family in the process. They will say, "Oh, well, I say, yeah, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to take care of this and this and that." Right? And they'll be like, "Well, are you sure?" Hey, yes, I'm sure. I'm positive. God is sure. God said if I ask. See, and the thing is, people think that you ask for something and then that's it. See, people are always waiting for the other shoe to drop. Is why your manifestations don't come to fruition as well. Well, this is not going to happen because you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Things have been going too well. Right? People think that it ain't no reason for us to be broke or impoverished or not have. That's a myth that you cannot have. You are supposed to have. You are supposed to be wealthy. That is homeostasis for a human being, because we've got conditioned to believe, right, that we shouldn't have things. Things will be going good, and then you'll self sabotage because, like, oh well, things can't be going this great for that long. No, I want them to go great forever. And that's not to say that we don't have peaks and valleys, but it is to say that I'm grateful even in the process. That's another thing, right? Let's talk about that. That y'all don't be grateful in the midst of the storm. You'll be in a storm, right? And not be grateful that you got a paddle to get out the storm. I'm grateful in the midst. In the midst of a demonstration, before and after the demonstration, however it goes, I'm always grateful. Get up and be grateful. I'll find something to be grateful for this day because I'm still being kept. Universe is still working it out for me. So every chance I get, I'm grateful. But y'all will give up in the middle of a demonstration. Y'all will share the demonstration with other people who don't have the faith that you have, who are not walking the walk you're walking, and then be mad when it doesn't come to. Well, you just let them talk you out of it. Slowed spirit down in the process. Thank you, Alex. So when I'm in the midst and God is telling me not to move, and the spirit within me is saying, don't move just yet, right? So it's share this with y'all, right? So I had a check, right? I had a check for my rent. Now this ain't y'all business, but I want y'all to know that manifestation is real. So I had a check for my rent, and I said, spirit was like, don't spend that. Don't pay your rent. And I'm like, don't pay my rent. Like, spirit, okay. You know what I'm saying? You're taking it kind of far. I need a roof over my head, right? But because I know intuitively that my higher self will never lead me wrong, I held on to it, held on to it, and held on to it. And one day I just start getting anxious, like, okay, I need to pay this. I need to get this taken care of. Like, it's a pandemic, we're in a panoramic. Like, I need to know what's going on, right? And nothing was coming through. And spirit was like, be still, right? So I'm like, okay, spirit, I've been really still, right? And I'm a Capricorn. I don't even know what still means, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm being still. Spirit said, go treat yourself. I'm like, I do not want to spend this check. And then I look like an asshole that I didn't pay my rent and went to go splurge on some things or whatever the case may be. But how spirit said to me is, if you hold on to that check, then you are saying that you don't believe that we have means to get this done for you. And with that, I said, okay, I'm gonna go cash the check. I'm only gonna go get a couple items. I needed things around the house, right? I'm going without a few things because I am sitting here saying, well, I need to pay this and I'm just whatever. But Spirit's like, we got something for you. Telling you till the 11th hour, right? So I get a message that says, would you like, help with your rent, right? And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. This must have been what Spirit was talking about. So I sign up, right? And time is ticking. And, then, my landlord hits me up and he's like, okay, well, what's going on? I said, it's coming too. I just don't know when. It's coming. All I said was I got a confirmation and it's coming. He don't know what that means. I'm just like, I got a confirmation and it's coming, right? Till the 11th hour. When I tell you, I finally went. I split. I did the check, whatever. I spent the check, moved on about my business. Now let me tell you, not only did my rent get paid, it got paid for 3 months. I kid you not 1 month, but 3 months. And I said, God damn it, Spirit, you are good. Got a confirmation. I put on the calendar yesterday. I said, rent paid in full for 3 months, right? Because I needed Spirit to know I need this now. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And when I tell you today, I put it on the calendar yesterday, no, the 9th. I put it on the calendar the 9th. Rent paid in full for 3 months. I got a confirmation today that that rent was paid in full for 3 months. When I tell you, spirit does not need time or space, that's what I would not get up here and lie to y'all. I have no reason to lie to y'all. I love y'all as a soul family, but I know none of you, and I have no reason to lie. And it's been that way. And it's been that way. You see what I'm saying? That's called active faith. And that's me listening to my spirit. No, I wasn't being reckless with it. To other people, it seems reckless. Well, why would you spend that before that happens? Because that's a guarantee. When my spirit moves me, I know that that's a guarantee to come through. I'm not even looking. What about plan B? Ain't no plan B because plan A is for sure to work because that's what I was promised. That's my divine right. That's my divine right to have my needs and wants met. That was what was promised to me. So that is why I move the way I do, and everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do that. Why? Because they don't have the same faith. They don't have the same relationship with spirit. You're wanting to put your hands in it before you see it come to fruition. And I sit back and I let spirit move and move me as I'm supposed to go. I ask for a divine sign every day. I ask for confirmation. Spirit, are you sure? You feel me? Spirit, are you sure? Dream wise, no. My brother Dream, no. I be manifesting. And people be like, how the F did you do it? I'm telling you, I want for nothing. I was on the phone doing a reading. Let me tell you this, right? And I don't know if she's gonna see this. She probably at work. I was doing a reading, right? Uh, and in our reading, she was having trouble like keeping the faith. She wanted to take a leap of faith. She felt like maybe spirit was telling her to leave her job. I said, I'm never going to be the one to give you bad advice, but I'll tell you what I would do. I'm not going back to no place that don't make me feel good. I've had a job since I was 14 and I will find another one if I need to. But what I'm not going to do is wake up and be miserable. So when my spirit get to aching in a space that it don't belong, I'm out of there. I ask for a divine sign. Spirit, give me confirmation. Let me know which way I need to go. And if an opportunity arises for me to take that leap of faith, I'm going to take it because I know it's going to work itself out. I know that God within me is able. Cast my burdens on the Christ within and keep it pushing. I literally said, go ahead and do what you need to do. If you need to go ahead and, you know what I mean? If you need to take that leap of faith and quit your job, go ahead and quit. So there's a man that stands across the street from my house on Sundays and Wednesdays at an abandoned church. There's an abandoned church across the street from my house. There's he used to preach, but the place is abandoned now. He still go Sundays and Wednesdays and go over there and he get on that porch and start preaching. He hadn't been over here in months. I kid you not. During our reading, he starts preaching. I said, do you hear this? I said, let me go hear what this man is saying because I'm pretty sure it's a confirmation for us with whatever he's over there saying. I ain't heard this man in months. I went over to my window so she could hear him talking. He was over there talking. I go over to my window and the man goes. The only thing I hear him say is, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Take for 2 seconds, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Lord in the Bible means law, universal law. The universal law is my shepherd, I shall not want. The universal law has to work on my behalf, and I will not want for anything. That's the metaphysical meaning. That the universal law works for me. That's the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. The universal law works on my favor and in my behalf. Right? So he said, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The last affirmation I wrote for that day, I write at least 20 affirmations a day. It don't matter. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. I write at least, and I sign it with my signature as if I'm making a contract with myself. I make a contract with myself every day. This is what I want. This is what I'm asking for. And I'm signing it, sealing it, delivering it with my energetic signature. The last affirmation I wrote for the day was, the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. I said, I cannot make it up if I try. That's what he said. The man said it 3 times, and that was the last thing he said before he got off the porch. I said, so either you could take the leap of faith or it's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. I'm telling you what spirit is showing me. So because the universal law works on my behalf and in my favor, I shall not want. That's the thing. So this is the current theme with manifesting, right? With being a conscious creator, because it's so, those words don't even feel the magnitude of what's really going on. That's law by Yo Gotti. That's law. Straight from the book of Mook, I'm telling you. The Lord is my shepherd literally means universal law is working for me. So whenever you hear Lord, the Lord, that's universal law. So I said, okay, that's my confirmation. I shall not want. What I ask for will come to fruition. And that's the only way I look at it. I tell my friends and family all the time, never doubt me. Never doubt me because it would backfire. Because when these manifestations come to fruition, you're going to be making a fool of yourself. So either way it goes, thank you, Stellar Jewel, for the donation. I appreciate you. So you have to understand, even when I see the number synchronicities, let me tell you what I do. Somebody was just in my email saying that, I've been seeing these number synchronicities and whatever. When I see a number synchronicity, I stop and I say, Spirit, I see this synchronicity. If there is something that I need to do to align with my highest vibrational timeline, give me an undisputable sign. Y'all be too scared to speak to spirit. I'm not scared to talk to God because God is within me. I ain't scared to talk to these plants if that's what I was directed to do. I'm gonna be in my car, I'll be at the grocery store, and I say it to myself, okay, spirit, I see 1111. If there's something I need to prepare for, let me know. Give me an undisputable sign through ease and grace. I see 444. Okay, spirit, what do I need to do? Is there something I need to do? Is there something coming towards me? Is there something I need to prepare for? Okay, spirit, I see this. This cardinal just came up to my, is there a message for me? There's a messenger. I'm paying attention to that. What do I need to do? Let me look it up. Let me see what's going on. Spirit told me, go get some roses. Everything that I've seen in my environment for the past couple of days have been roses. Somebody gave me rose oil. Two people gave me rose oil. Somebody bought me. I had bought roses to do a spiritual bath for someone. And then another time that roses had came up, I said, let me pay attention to this. What is the energy of this? Let me pay attention. The spirit say you need to get into your goddess energy. You need to go back. I was walking past my bookshelf. I heard Lakshmi say, use me. I said, oh, okay, I see what time it is. Let me get in my right vibration because something's coming. I was at the nail shop, and even my nail tech, I go to a black owned shop. Please understand me. And my nail tech said, she said your energy is so high because she kind of like nicked me with the uh her tool. And she was like, your energy is so high or something. What's going on? And it was like something else where it was like I was like fidgeting and stumbling. And she was like, something's coming. Like, what is it? What's going on? And I said, something good is coming. I said, energy is being moved around. I told her that. I said, energy is being moved around. And then boom, I'm talking about like clockwork, good things come in threes. Got my passport. They confirmed the rent being paid. Then something else happened. I can't remember. But I was aligning myself for it. I'm always going to affirm good things happening. I never let people talk fear into my plans. Sometimes I don't tell people to the end of the demonstration. Oh, well, how did you do that? Well, I kept the faith and I kept my mouth shut. So we have to understand that you never give up in the middle of a demonstration and you don't share with nobody who can't hold the vision for you. If I tell somebody, it's somebody that's going to hold the vision. When I say, oh, you guys, I just went out for this, when I was telling, it's when I was still working, or if I'm like applying for something, I tell my cousins and my homegirls, oh, well, I'm applying for this and whatever, trying to get this job or whatever the case may be. If they can't hold the vision, they will not know what moves I'm making. And then my cousin will be like, "Oh, it's already yours. You can check our group chat." That's all it is. It's upliftment. No, it's nothing but support. My best friend told me you went out for a job. Oh, it's claimed. If it's yours by divine right, ain't no way for it to miss you. I can't miss no calls. I can't miss no texts. Because if it's mine by divine right, can't nothing miss me. So I'm going to catch it all. And I'm never waiting for the shoe to drop. That's the problem. We get so used to being out of homeostasis with the divine that we think that we have to go through trials and tribulations. No, you don't have to. I rebuke hardship. I don't want nothing to do with why. Why? It could all be so easy. So when I ask for something, I know it's going to come to. It always does. People tell me all the time, like, man, I'm about to do this. They be like, well, it always comes through for you. Well, it always, that's a fact. Now I got to train the people in my environment to know too. That is always going to, no, it always works itself out. Y'all all right? Mentor say, y'all all right? Am I Bobby Human voice? Y'all all right? Y'all need to take a break? I rebuke hardship. I don't even like to talk. And that's the thing. When things are not going well, like I said before, and I'm going to leave y'all with this. When things are not going well, it's never an opportunity for you to complain. There are things that obviously don't feel so good that happen to us. People pass. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things get staticky. Sometimes our energy is low. But let me tell you one thing. It is not an opportunity for you to complain. I don't care how bad it looks. I go through my peaks and I go through my valleys. And in the valley, I'm going to praise. I'm going to be like, all right, cool. That's okay. And I'm still grateful because I know my ancestors is working it out, even if it may not look like it. In the midst of the storm, I'm grateful for my paddle. I'm grateful that I'm going to arrive at land. Maybe I'm not there right now, but I'm going to be there. And I'm claiming that I'm there before I get there. So I take all of that and I understand how it works. Like I said, number one, source is always looking for a form to go into. So either you do it consciously or subconsciously. A lot of people are like, well, I don't know how to manifest. You're doing it regardless. There's no time that you're not manifesting. That's what people don't understand. So the reason why things work for me in the ways that they do is because I'm expecting a miracle. Dreamwise said, look at the time, 444. Thank you to my good brother Dreamwise for your donation. And like I said, there's never not a time that you're not manifesting. Your subconscious mind is always looking for a form. The God within you is always looking for a form to go into. So either you give it something consciously, work on a business, create some art, write a book, make a sweatshirt, make a candle. I don't care what you do. Give it form. Even when it's not time to take action, give your energy form and direction. You guys are not giving your energy direction. Give it form, give it direction. Mold the energy. They used to say that we was made of clay or something like that. That means we are molding. We were molded and we are molding the energy. Clay is mutable. Be flexible. Be open to it coming however it needs to come. And I'm talking about all the way to the 11th hour. Never give up on a demonstration. I'm telling y'all that. Because God don't need no time. Don't need time. Don't need space. If I need some shit tomorrow, I'm believing that it's going to come tomorrow. Thank you, Sybil, for your donation. I appreciate you tenfold. I'm telling y'all right now, never give up in the middle of a demonstration. You see it all the way through to the 11th hour. You see it through to the end. and you keep the faith and you keep working it and you keep writing down, finding things to be grateful for. I get up and find something to be grateful for. I will pull over to make sure I've done my gratitude for the day. The other day, I woke up and I just got up and started moving. I got in the car and was like, wait a second. Let us be grateful. Let me find something to be grateful for. I'm grateful for this home. I'm grateful that I got food in my fridge, that my son is taken care of. We are not hurt, harmed, or injured. I'm grateful that we're always protected. I'm grateful I got shoes, clothes. I'm grateful my family is okay. Nobody's hurting, harming, or injuring the people I love. I'm grateful for the things that are manifesting. I'm grateful for it all. I'm grateful for the experiences that I have now that gave me more knowledge than I had the day before. I'm grateful for the people that did the work before me. I'm grateful for the people who did the work. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have to understand that. Y'all have to understand that. And that's why sometimes our manifestations don't do what they need to do. But energy does not lie. And I'm telling you, I'm going to work it to the last drop. You can live a life of ease and grace if you choose to. If you want to go through the trials and the triumphs, that's your business. But a lot of us tired of learning the same lessons. And that's the end of my wine. And that's the end of this live. And I love y'all. And that is it for me. Okay. I'm going to go enjoy this sunset, get me some vitamin D. Thank you for everybody that's in here. Shout out to all the people in the chat. Shout out to all the people that donated. Let me go back and see if I can shout some of y'all out. Showstopper, Mansour, of course. Love you. Michelle, Carl. Carl, we need to do your ancestor reading, so make sure you hit me up so I can get you scheduled. Jay Jones, peace to you. Thank you, Stellar, of course. Elder Don, appreciate you. The Real Divine Masculine, do the work. Love it. Sybil, appreciate you. Bella, appreciate you. Go Browns girl, appreciate you. I don't know if I said that. Flex, what's good? Haven't seen you in a minute. Appreciate you always. Mansour said expect miracles, period. Mansour said I've been on vacation all year, literally. Exactly. I'm ready to go on vacation. I'm so ready. If you don't get on that Florence Shovel Shin, you're missing out. You're really missing out. Philip, peace to you. It's beautiful. I'm grateful to be here. Cam, thank you. What does this say? Erica Mari, appreciate you. Alex, of course, always appreciate you. Diamond Beauty, appreciate you. Tiana Marie, appreciate you. Like I said, never give up before the end of a demonstration. Crystal Jones, appreciate you. I said Cam. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's no the law, like I said, that law don't know no people. Like the law, source, whatever, God, and knows nobody. Anybody can use the law. See Noise 83, I see you. I love you. I appreciate you. It knows no people, right? Treva Simon, appreciate you. Um, it don't care about nobody personally. Are you using it effectively and to your advantage is the only thing you need to know about the law in action. LD, thank you. I appreciate that. Masterly, you just got in and I'm just getting out. But we talking about that manifestation. Masterly knows. If anybody knows, Masterly Foolish knows how I be manifesting. I'm talking about, and that's one of the people that I will go to and talk to if I need to hold the vision for me. I will say, "Hey, this is what I need. I need you to just hold the vision, right? Hold this idea in your mind, and when two or more are gathered, it's up and it's stuck, right? So always go to people who can hold the vision for you, and that's one of my peoples that definitely hold the vision for me and make sure that, okay, if this is what we manifesting, cool, we'll light a candle on my behalf. I promise you, that's how it works. Oh, you need some? Okay, well, I burned some ancestor money for you, and we're gonna do it like this, and this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna put these energies together. I'm talking about since the very beginning. So shout out to Master Lee. um and that's how I met a lot of you. So definitely big appreciation, much appreciation. But if you didn't catch the beginning, definitely rewind it back, catch that energy and see what's going on. But yeah, like I said, see it all the way through to the 11th hour and beyond. If you need it at 12 o'clock and it don't come to 11:59, you better hold on. That spirit it got you at 11:59, right? And so look into, I think it's the Nevolution. The page is called Nevolution on YouTube. It's called Nevolution, and they have a whole bunch of different audio books. Super wonderful. I put it in the background when I got to keep my subconscious mind doing what it needs to do. They have all of the Florence Scovel Shand books on there. They have Neville Goddard on there, like a whole bunch of different ones. Might even had Reverend Ike on there, like everything. So go look at that. I'm gonna see if I can find a link and I'll put it in here once I go and do the description box or whatever. But yeah, somebody asked me for my Cash App. It's $ so it is written. But thank you. You know what I'm saying? Always remember those couple of things, right? It's spelled like the channel name, Go Browns Girl. So it is written. And so don't share what you're creating. Hold the vision with people who can hold the vision for you. Do not share your manifestations otherwise. Keep the faith until the 11th hour. Okay? Be grateful in the midst. Never stop being grateful. Never stop being grateful. Find something to be grateful for every day and give the energy form. Give it direction. Give it something to go into. I told y'all, use your calendar. You think I'm playing about this calendar ritual. I'm going to give you this last jewel before I go because I love y'all. And you see people be hoarding the good stuff. And I'm not going to because I know that there is enough for all of us. So get you a calendar. Write on the calendar each day something that you would like to manifest. I say 10 days max. Start with 10 days on the calendar randomly. Don't think like, oh, well, this day, I'm going to use the 15th because I have this and this. No, do it straight off spirit, straight off energy, right? You go to the calendar, and on your calendar for each day, you write down something that you would like to see happen. I use 1 to 2 words max. So I'll put something on the calendar for the 12th, like opulence. I'll put something on the 11th, such as romance. If I want to go on a date, I'll put a date. I don't have a date plan, but I'm manifesting it. And because the subconscious mind works so vividly with time and dates, right? This is the only good thing about programming. When you write something on the calendar, the subconscious mind does not know that this is not set in stone. It does not know that this is not a plan already. So when you put it on the calendar, it becomes real, it becomes physical. And spirit will find a way to make it form because the mind now thinks that this is permanent. Free game. What did Grove Brown's free game? I'm telling y'all how to do it. And you think the people that know me know how I get down. So I wouldn't even play with y'all like this. Get a calendar. So for March, I put boom, passport. I need it by this day. I need it no later than. I put passport on the 14th. It came on the 11th. I put date on the 7th, every 7th of the month, because that is the date I was born on a 7th day. Every 7th, I put a date for that day so that I'm honoring the date in which I was born. You have a birthday and you have a birth date. My birthday is a Thursday. My birth date is the 7th. And altogether, it's January. But every month, I choose to celebrate me. So on Thursdays, I go a little bit harder, make sure that I'm honoring myself. On the 7th, I'm making sure that I'm taking myself on a date, right? Because we understand how the subconscious mind works. Use the calendar to your advantage. I put abundance. Sometimes simple abundance. It doesn't matter if it's a coupon. I receive that the abundance is coming to me, that my mind is not working, right? So I put different dates and different things out on the calendar. Random days. 10 max. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. Have your mind working too hard. 10 dates. I say boom, 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 boom. Pick random date. This is what I want. And it always manifests. Always manifests. Always. Even if it's a day later or a day early, 2 days early, 2 days later, however it goes. Like I said, I put on the calendar on the 9th, I want my rent paid in full for 3 months. And it manifested. What is today? I don't know if y'all know what today is, but whatever today is, it's when it manifested. But I wrote it for the 9th. You see what I'm saying? I wrote that passport for the 14th. Came on the 10th. I always write it down on my calendar, and I put that I'm grateful that these things have manifested by divine right, through grace and mercy, with harm to none, in the perfect and miraculous and unexpected ways. I don't even care no more how it's done. As long as it get here. Spirit, do you need my address? Make sure it gets here. That's it. And I go on, knowing that that is always going to be my go-to. Cast the burdens on the Christ within, and I'm free to go and enjoy my abundance. I shall not want. I told y'all that. So now that we understand, hope that did something for y'all. Hope that bless y'all in the ways that it needs to bless you. Before I get here, I'll make sure that I say things. Hey, ancestors, make sure that this gets to those who need it. Make sure it reaches the people that it needs to reach. Make sure that I'm speaking from my heart space and not my ego. I do all of that before I get here. I'm very intentional about everything. Could be a Capricorn thing, could be a Virgo rising. I don't know. That's just what I do. No fear. I fear nothing. For what? I cast fear away from me. I rebuke fear in any way. Even if I have to write it down. I release these fears in vain imaginings. That's why I said vain imagination. To imagine things that will not ever happen is vain. And to do forgiveness rituals. I write down, I forgive myself and I forgive others 10 times and I burn it. So that I'm making sure that I'm not creating things I don't really want to create out of a vain imagination, out of things I've seen or things people have said. I'm not creating from those spaces anymore. So I'm intentional in that way. But anywho, I love y'all. And I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all for the donations. Big changes, big things happening. The energy is changing. We're getting into the spring equinox. It's going to be go time. Do not get left behind, not manifesting the life that you want, because I promise you, I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back. But I love y'all. Peace. Play it back if you need to. Hopefully you got what you needed. And I love y'all always.